What's up, Shay Sports Network? I'm back again 2 days in a row. I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for all the love and support on our last episode and the previous couple of episodes. It means so much to me and everyone at the network. Keep showing love, keep showing support, and we'll keep producing content for you. To get started tonight, I'm joined by a very special guest, Shay Roberts. Shay, how are you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Thankful to be on the show here with Shady Sports. Thank you.
No problem, bro. Thank you for coming on. So let's get started. So over this past off season, you made, in my mind, a life-changing decision to not go to Rapid City and go to Mexico instead. What went into that decision, and how hard was that for you?
It was definitely a family decision. Had to do what was best for myself and my family with my goal. My goal is just make it as high as I could, being offensive lineman in the game. So whenever there's a call for an opportunity to just grow and prosper at a higher level, I just feel like if it's worth it, I'm definitely interested in taking that leap. In general, so just the level of opportunity that I'm here presented with. So that's what mainly opened my eyes to make that leap.
100%. So obviously you're in Mexico right now. Talk a little bit about the culture. How do you feel like you're fitting in there? Have you done any like horseback riding or bull riding or anything to get you part of the culture?
On the field, they welcome me with open arms. They welcome everyone with open arms. It's definitely a family thing going on here in Guadalajara. Off the field, I haven't really done much, just been in tune, focusing on camp. We have a couple more weeks of camp and then we get into the season. So I've just been focused, just doing what I can do to be the best that I could.
Now with all these leagues, right? You have the XFL, you have the USFL, you have CIF, you have the IFL, NAL, and now you have the LFA. How good does it feel to be part of a league that's potentially taking the next steps to be a tier 2 league to the NFL?
I'm just grateful to be here. Definitely got to give all the praise to God. Without Him, it's not possible. So, just grateful and honored. All of my hard work is like being noticed and is definitely paying off.
So bring it back a little bit to your college career. Talk a little bit about how college was for you and what school did you go to?
So my freshman year after I graduated in 2016, I went to a Division III school in Pennsylvania called Wilkes University. I completed a year there. Had some academic problems, so I took a break. Then I got back into my community college. Got my grades up, transferred over to William Patterson University, and I believe the spring of 2019. And then I've played one season there, so I've only played 2 years of college ball. But during that time, I played semi-pro. I stuck with it, got my film together, and just kept training and working hard. So in terms of college, I only played 2 years of Division III with what 4 starts, honestly. So
So you talk about how you only played 2 years of college football. You went into the arena game and you signed with the Rapid City Marshals. Talk about the experience of being a Rapid City Marshal and playing in the CIF.
So like I said, I played semi-pro. I started indoor in Jersey playing semi-pro for the Jersey Bearcats, which was an indoor semi-pro team. And then from there, I was just playing just to play. And then from there, I got a call from the Idaho Horsemen of the AWFC. Went out there in 2021 for camp and dominated the first 3 weeks. And I felt like I just had so much going on personally that I just had to step away from Idaho and the team and go back home for some things. So kept on training stuff like that. Used the 3 games that I got in Idaho and was offered to come out and start the tradition and team off in Rapid City last year, and it was definitely an honor to be a part of that.
So from my research and understanding, you went from Rapid City and you went to the IFL and you played for the Bismarck Bucks. they folded. But talk about your experience while you were in Bismarck. How was that?
Yeah, it was definitely great. I played the whole season in Rapid City, and then once our season was over, I had the chance to go to Bismarck, which was 4 hours away. So it was really not much of a big decision to make. I packed my things and I went. It was great though. It was definitely a level change, and you can tell like on the field and off the field. We had so many sponsor events. We had to interact with the community, and like you could tell that Bismarck was a program that's been around for a couple years and stuff like that. And then on the field, the competition was also a lot more better. It's still competition in the CIF, but personally, I would say that in the IFL, the two games I did play, no matter where I went on the line, it was going to be competition everywhere. So like the difference between the CIF and IFL, I would say would be like competition all over the board. But other than that, it was definitely a great place to be for the two games that I did play. I was actually there for 4 weeks, but I broke my rib the second game that I was there, so I was inactive for the last 2 weeks of the season.
Man, so you talk about how you're from New Jersey, you went to North Dakota, you went to South Dakota, you're in Mexico. You're all over the map. So for your family, how do you keep a relationship with them and stay in touch despite being so far away?
I have my family behind me, and every decision that I make, every move that I make, they're behind me 100%. And I just make sure that they're involved with every decision, not just me making a decision on my own and them being behind me, but I want them to be involved with the decision that's being made as well. So, this is my journey, but this is our journey as well.
That's an amazing attitude to have about how family is important. So transitioning right now, you just got done with a long off season, I imagine, right? What do you do? What's your daily routine looking like? What are you doing day to day?
Like in the off season or in season, right? Like now.
Both. Both.
So in the off season, I make sure I get my lift in. If I'm gonna get some field work in, I'm gonna get some field work in. But I'm just making sure I'm doing what I can do as an athlete, making sure I'm working, making sure I'm not taking no lazy routes, no lazy routines, making sure I'm just focused and grinding because it definitely is a grind. So just making sure that every decision is best for me and my career and my family.
You talk about family a lot and you talk about how that's important to you. And I just want to say, man, that shows how much of a man you are, that you value your family. So shout out to you for that.
Thank you, thank you.
So obviously right now you're in Mexico. What's your diet looking like? Like how are you keeping your weight in check with also trying all the new food and and like I said, being part of the culture is also trying the food. So how are you staying?
So as a bigger guy, we're gonna eat. We have to eat. Like, we gotta treat our body the right way. Gotta treat our body the way it needs to be treated. And I just make sure whenever I eat something that might be considered out of my diet or bad for me, I just make sure that I'm working. I'm getting the calories off of me when I go to practice. I'm getting the calories off me when I go to the gym. I'm just making sure I'm not eating a lot and just laying down or sleep. So like personally, I would think that dietary problem things as an athlete is definitely important, but as long as you're like everybody is different. So for me, I tend to stay the same weight no matter what I'm eating or what diet I'm on, but I just make sure that I'm always active, always moving.
So you mentioned earlier in our show about going from college to college and having academic issues. There are millions of kids across the country right now who have those same issues. What would you tell them?
Just put your mind to whatever you want to get done is possible. I thought it was going to be over for me in terms of school and football, but then again, I had the angel on my shoulder who was telling me that if you really want to do this, it's possible, and that's just what I wanted to do. Yeah, I only played 2 years, but I still took classes those other years of my career. when I didn't play at school. So I'm currently taking classes now as well. So like I just felt like school was important. Nobody in my immediate family graduated college yet, but I just felt like I had the best opportunity at the moment. So I feel like I want to be the first one to do that, and it's just putting my mind to what I need to get done and what I want to get done.
So obviously, you talk about how school is important. You talk about how you're getting your education right now. You seem like a very, very calm individual. Where do you think you get your overall demeanor from? Your calmness and your kind of like you want to do the best for everyone. Where do you get that from?
I come from a like a helping family, a loving environment. But like my humble attitude, like where I'm from, not everyone make it, not everyone is given the opportunity. So when we are given the opportunity, we just gotta take it. And like we're like at the end of the day, I'm a regular person. Yeah, I'm in Mexico, I'm an international player, but they look at me like, oh, I'm Hollywood, this, that. I'm a regular person. I'm humble, and I know like it's levels, and I could be at the highest level, but I'm not there yet. So like the humble attitude, but also the drive that's in me, just keep me going and keep me humble at the same time.
Yes, sir, man. Keep grinding and get to the highest level because I know you can get there.
Yes, sir.
So obviously, we talk about when football is eventually over, however long that may be 10, 20 years down the line. What do you want to do after football is over?
Right now I'm a coach. I coached last fall at a middle school in Rapid City, South Dakota. Right now I'm currently talking with a couple high schools. I also had conversations with colleges, but certain like things regulated me from being able to go that way. But coaching is definitely in my plans for now and for after my career.
After your career, that's amazing, man. So you mentioned being in Mexico is a little different, but kind of similar to the United States. Is the game? Are there any rules that are different, kind of similar to indoor to outdoor? Is it same as the NFL?
They're aiming to be similar to the NFL. There are certain rules, like off the field. Well, not off the field, but like you can only have six internationals on defense and six internationals on offense at a time. Things like that. And then like certain small things as a lineman, we can't cut block. And just it's pretty much the same as the NFL, but just certain safety and rules in terms of internationals and locals in terms of stuff like that. So
So how do you think the facilities, right? You talk about like the gyms, the eating room, I imagine they have a field there. How are the facilities different from up here?
Um, Mexico, I would say, being from the U.S., we're very fortunate. I'm from the inner city. We didn't have much, but compared to where I am now, it's like it makes me look back and just be thankful that I'm from where I'm from, and I was given the opportunity and had the certain resources and facilities and stuff like that. Because there's not really many here. There's some, but is very limited compared to where we're from.
Perspective is everything, right? The way you look at things, trying to look at things in a positive light, and that in a good that's a good way that you have this experience to be able to reflect upon, where you grew up. So we talk about I heard, from around the block about you that you're a very coachable young individual, right? And you want to learn, you want to eat, you're always hungry, similar to someone who you model your game after, Trent Brown for the New England Patriots. What made you think that you're like Trent Brown?
It's just the dog mentality. Just the dog mentality. Like it's either you're gonna eat or you're gonna get eaten. So like you're gonna eat or you're gonna starve. So you gotta be a dog or you're gonna get dog.
That's an all time quote right there. So I personally think you're better than Trent Brown. So I wish you were on the Patriots because Matt Jones wouldn't be getting sacked 50 times. But um. So growing up, right? You grew up in New Jersey. You don't really have. I mean, you technically do have an NFL team, but who was your team?
Definitely the Giants. That's my
Giants.
team. But the like with the mindset that I have now, I want to be in the league. So whoever picked me up is definitely my team.
100%. So this season, what do you think defines a good offensive line? Because offensive linemen are not like receivers. in the sense that you have like stats per se, but do you think what is a better reflection on an offensive lineman? A running back stats, a quarterback stats, or a receiver stats?
Um, the total outcome of the game, you gotta be a unit up there. You gotta be one. So if one of the five isn't clicking, then the quarterback not gonna be able to do his job, which means he can't give the ball to the running back for yards. He can't get the ball to the receiver for yards. So it's like the O line is responsible for the whole outcome of the game.
So in this LFA, you have a lot of good teams. You have the Galgos, and they just signed Trayvon Boykin, former Seattle Seahawk, TCU player, and then Terrence Williams too. So obviously, it must be great to be part of a league like the LFA. What is your message to younger kids, or even kids who are your age, who are making a decision like you just made to maybe not go the arena route and go overseas? What would you tell them?
Um, every situation is different for everyone. Some people might not be able to um, play arena. Some people might not be able to play overseas. So everyone's situation is different. Just think it out. Definitely make thoughts before you make moves. You have to think before you move. But yeah, it's just like if you're given opportunity, definitely you're blessed with it. So just take advantage of it and make sure you think it through before you make any moves.
So Shay, I want to thank you so much for your time tonight. You were incredible. Um, the floor is yours. Is there anyone you want to shout out? Where can we follow you on social media? Where can we show you some love?
Definitely want to give a shout out to my family. Give a shout out to Orange, New Jersey. Definitely my home. If you need to follow me on Instagram, Shay underscore De Niro 108. I'm on Facebook also, Shay Roberts. Any film or anything you want to watch of me, I'm on YouTube as well, Shay Roberts. So thank you for having me, and I appreciate the time.
No problem. And like any teams that are watching this, man, we got a dog right here. And if you want to eat, you got to get someone who wants to eat. So pick him up. He's ready to go.
Definitely
So
appreciate it.
have a good rest of your night. And I will see you on the next episode of Shady Productions.
Thank you. Thank you.